All right, last time I just looked at big wine purchases, but this time I thought I'd give the wine gift baskets a go. So if I'm just here at the website currently, and I click on, and then once I click on grocery, I find that, funny enough, at the bottom, there's actually a section just for wine and gift baskets alone. Interesting. I wonder if that's for me specifically or who's that for? We see that they have wine, champagne, and sparkling. That's like their headline there. And then how about I'll just go ahead and rank this from lowest to high. That's generally what I do when I'm looking through a list of things. All right, one thing I'm noticing right away is that a lot of these, at least I'm assuming it's for shipping or maybe only available in California. Not sure what that's about. Yeah, at this time, wine purchases can only be shipped to California addresses. Well, that stinks. Why would Costco do that? That doesn't make sense. Oh, this is cool. Okay, 19 Crimes. As you probably know, it's this wine bottle company that got pretty popular because of their labels. They kind of became pretty well known and just easily recognizable. And even though people like to say you don't pick a wine bottle based on the label, but I mean, come on, like look at these. Like these are pretty, they stand out. And then they even had this really cool AR integration where you would use your phone to scan the label and then it would come to life. Like that was a huge social media moment, which further brought 19 Crimes on the map. But for $70 for 3 bottles, this may not be that good of a deal, but it comes with this unique box and it's engraved and it's like something you would keep. So that's probably how they're justifying the packaging. Okay, moving on. Chateau Bel Air. Okay, we're having a Fresh Prince of Bel Air moment. What's going on here? 3 Bordeaux Superior 2018. Okay, and it comes with the decanter. Compared to the 19 Crimes for just the box, this 3 bottles with a fancy box and a decanter seems like a better deal to me. Assuming it arrives in mint condition and doesn't break. I would get this. It looks really pretty. I mean, the decanter actually isn't that appealing to look at. It looks more like I don't know, it looks like more something out of your chemistry lab. I mean, without this thing on. Yeah, it looks more like a flask of sorts. But it includes 2018 Chateau Bel Air Speciale, if we're thinking Italian, a Bordeaux Superior from an exceptional vintage that has already been noted as one of the top vintages from Bordeaux in recent memory. Okay, there's a higher price point. It's because this is a vintage. The 2018 Chateau Bel Air is a mix of predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, with the remainder being Cabernet Franc, a classic Bordeaux blend. Okay. Tasting notes from the producer. This wine comes across visually as an intense crimson color with purple highlights, a fine and complex nose of red and black fruits, accompanied by woody and spicy notes. Round and ripe. Okay. Moving on. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all of these. I'll pick the ones that kind of stand out to me. Okay, I like Decoy. I've had their Chardonnays before, and I believe their Cabernet Sauvignons. This seems like a fun gift crate. Okay, we have the Decoy 2-bottle wine gift crate. Of course, only shipping in California at the moment, but for $99, you get a Decoy California Cabernet Sauvignon 2019, Decoy Sonoma County Chardonnay 2020. Okay, those are the exact 2 bottles I've had. Already wins there. And then, okay, they're also including Rydell's Overture Magnum wine glass with stem. Okay, and for those who may not know, Rydell is a huge wine glass company. Let's take a closer look at these photos. Decoy with the classic duck as their logo. Okay, we see French chocolate. We see, ganache truffles. Okay, those would probably go quite well with the red. We have buttery and flaky pastries, Lindor truffle chocolates, roasted garlic onion dip mix. Okay, and then the Rydell wine glass in the back with crackers. Okay, we got some crackers in there too. So this overall super fun gift basket. Okay, I would totally get this for myself. Just because you get a red and a white, which I think is a great combination when you're looking for these types of wine gifts. And it kind of comes with the other things that you'd want to eat with it, like the onion dip mix. I think that would pretty kind of pair well with like savory notes with the Chardonnay or the red, kind of depending what your main dish is. This is a well thought out gift. You got dessert, you got savory, you even got the wine glasses, which I think is also a very neat thing. The Cabernet Sauvignon has vibrant red and blue fruit, silky tannins, and then you got the Chardonnay with vibrant aromas of Fuji apple, ripe pear, and lemon zest. This would be a big win for me. I would get this. Moving on, what else captures my attention? What else? Whoa, this is an even bigger basket. For $20 more, you can get the Mum Napa 3-bottle beverage tub. Okay, you get a whole tub with this for $119. You get the Mum Napa Brut Prestige. Okay, so these are sparkling wines here. Mum Napa, or is it Moom? I'll just do Mum. Napa Cuvée Blue Label, and then a Napa Brut Rosé, and a wine tumbler. Oh, you get another Rydell item is a wine tumbler, stemless champagne glasses. Oh, I don't know if I'm a big fan of stemless, but let's see how the tumbler looks later. You get bruschetta, Italian toast. Those look like French Madeleines. I love Madeleines. Okay, this is the Brut Prestige. I wish you could see oh, here it is. Here are the glasses. Okay, so they're not tumblers per se, but they're still glasses. Every time I see the word tumbler, I just think of one of the more stainless steel kind. More chocolates. We got Lindor truffles, Godiva. Okay, here's the Brut Rosé. I wonder what this Cuvée Blue Label is. We'll have to read more about that. Okay, let's look at. We have cheddar biscuits. It looks like other crackers, vanilla rolled wafers. Oh, little rolled up things. I love those. Those rich vanilla cream filled, or with the chocolate. I'm a fan of those too. Okay, overall, this is a pretty also solid tub. A little extra, I think, with the snacks and the crackers. I don't know if I find the tub that appealing either. I don't know. It's just maybe not my design, but I can see people really going for it. Overall, like the color aesthetic, it definitely matches. Catered towards holiday based on the first photo with the ornaments. So the Brut Prestige features fine bright citrus, red apple, stone fruit, and creamy vanilla aromas with hints of toast, honey, and gingerbread spice. Okay, and then you have the Blue Label. Okay, this is the one I'm curious about. A graceful stream of fine bubbles, a lovely peach rose hue, interesting, and fresh white and yellow stone fruit aromas complemented by notes of wild strawberry, fresh baked bread, vanilla, and honey. Okay, I'm gonna have to look more into this because this is a very interesting tasting note palette here that I haven't heard of, or combining things like this. So I'm curious to try it. And then the rosé is kind of your typical, okay, pink coral color, aromas of black cherries, red berries, citrus. Okay, that seems pretty standard for a rosé. Wow, yeah, like this just has so much more things in here that you would expect compared to the other one. Just for $20 more, you get all these other snacks. I mean, it kind of depends what you're in the mood for, but I would like easily pay just $100 for the 3 sparkling wines, the glassware, and then like maybe 1 bag of chocolate and snacks. I kind of feel like that's all you need. No need for excess is my way of looking at it. Next. Ooh, wait, 6 sparkling nights. I wonder if this was meant to be a holiday thing too, but I love the boxes. Like the gold is already attracting my eye. Or even this could be like a New Year's thing you could try doing. I don't know. I wish you could read that more. These look like really fancy bottles of sparkling wine. Okay, we got champagne, prosecco, brut rosé, cava, moscato, and a sex brut. I'm not sure what that means actually. Yeah, I love the packaging so far. Like if someone sent me this, I would think, wow, you guys spent a pretty penny on this. And whoever designed it just put a lot of thought into the packaging, which is really nice. But also kind of in line with, you know, if you're gonna buy sparkling wine, you kind of expect a little more elevated packaging. Yeah, this is great. Wow. Oh, and these are half-size bottles. Okay, wait, I didn't even notice that one when I first opened it. Okay, you see, okay, now my opinion kind of changes a bit because I thought it was $100 for full-size 6 bottles. Because if you remember, the Advent wine calendar from Costco was 12 half-size bottles of wine for $99. So you're paying you're paying more for half of what you would get in something bigger. But I wonder if it's because these are more curated from around the world for sparkling, and again, they're just leveraging the fact that people associate sparkling wine with a little more refined taste and spending more money. But still, that's kind of disappointing. Like if I want to pay $100, I'm gonna want full-size bottles if it's only 6. Yeah, celebrate the holidays. So these are all still kind of holiday stuff. It's curious, like they can sell them out. Wonder why. They might need to lower the price. Okay, but we have a Brut from France. Beautiful golden color, fine bubbles. And then, oh yeah, okay, so what's the Sekt Brut? Okay, it looks like it's from Germany. This extra dry Brut, and if you watched my last video on champagne and strawberries pairings and chocolate and wine pairings, you'll learn that extra dry actually means sweeter. So Germany has made this extra dry Brut called the Sekt Brut Sparkling. Elegant character, Trebbiano and Airing grapes. I haven't heard of this stuff. Okay, I might have to look into more German sparkling wines. Another recent video of sparkling wines did not include Germany. I kind of just included champagne, France, Prosecco from Italy, and Cava from Spain. and then some California sparkling wines. So I'll have to look into Germany. Okay, Brut Rosé from France, that's expected. And then a Fili Prosecco extra dry. Okay, another extra interesting that they've included brut styles from France and then extra dries from other countries. Moscato, it's a naturally sweeter sparkling wine because it's made from Moscato grapes. Sweet Meyer lemon, perfect pool party wine, nice. And then lastly, Cava. Okay, that's a brut. It's a pale yellow, yeah. I had the Frexnet, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I had the really cool black bottle from this brand, and it was a brut style, and it was our first time actually trying Cava just on its own. I've had Cava before in mixed cocktails, like a Cava margarita, but having it on its own, wow, it is yellow. It is a pale, I mean, it says here pale yellow, but the yellow to me looked more like another kind of yellow, but it was quite dry. A little drier than I was expecting. So would I get this? Maybe. If I had a gift card, I would consider it. But because it's half-size bottles, I feel like that may not be worth it as much. Okay, moving down. Okay. Ooh, lots of good ones here. This is one label that I have recognized a lot growing up. Yeah, and that is Bordeaux Vineyard from Napa Valley. The BV, that fancy, very recognizable BV from the label. And looks like they also too paired with Rydell. Oh, these are shorter stem red wine glasses. That's interesting. Like these look more like the wine glasses you would see for a Stella, like a Stella Artois beer. But yeah, this also comes with your crackers and chocolates. Same thing for $119. Yeah, compared to the other one that we saw, I feel like nothing more than like 100 seems reasonable to me. And these are 2 red wines. They're 2 Cab Sauvignons, which are arguably their most popular red wines. That's like a quick no for me. Ooh, Stag's Leap. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go to this one. I'll go back to the Veuve Clicquot champagne, but Stag's Leap is a very popular vineyard. They have also a recognizable wine label with the stag, or a deer by another name. They have popular reds such as the Cabernet, Sauvignon, and their Merlot. And what's the other bottle here? It's a Petite Syrah. Oh, a Syrah. Okay, so this is a red wine case. For $139, it does make a little more sense because of A, the vineyard, and B, it looks like they have included a potential vintage in here based on the year. Let's see. A trio of a Stag Leap's red wines compact in a beautiful crafted Stag's Leap branded wooden wine crate. Impress your family, friends, or clients. Yes, this would certainly impress any clients. With the Petite Syrah, regarded for our long history for it, this winery staple is generous in its core of black and blueberry fruit, pepper spice, and floral notes. Stag's Leap, Winery Merlot, dark juicy black cherry. The strawberry fruit combined with light floral violet side by side with subtle hints of caramel, cinnamon, clove, and tobacco spice. I have to admit, I've not had their Merlot before, but I'm also not that big of a Merlot lady. So I don't know if those notes in their tasting palette appeal to me. Okay? But lastly, their Cabernet Sauvignon, expressive and inviting. Bouquet of wild blackberry, fresh black currant. Yeah, these definitely seem more like my speed. Okay, so no, they're not vintages, but it looks like this 2018 Merlot received pretty high ratings. So for this alone, I think it would definitely be worth it. I think it would be nice if they included some snacks or something to go with it, but the wine bottles here kind of speak for themselves. Okay, now going back to Veuve Clicquot, very popular, very well-known, recognized champagne brand. Again, by the label, but also just because it's one of the more historic champagne producers out there. So it looks like they come with a bucket, champagne, stemless tumblers, kind of like what we saw before. We zoom in, we got French butter cookies, Lindor truffles. Wow, people love to include these truffle cookies and madeleines. Yep. So for $129, seems like a pretty good bucket deal. Another one that stands out to me, ooh, okay, we got Kirkland Signature. Really, I've really liked some of their wines. I actually have had their Kirkland Malbecs before, and I think those are great. They're not my favorite Malbecs, I'll admit, but for their price, it's awesome. So you can get a 6-pack of full-size bottles of their Napa Valley Cabernet. That's awesome. Ooh, and something unique here is that it looks like they have different regions: Stag's Leap District, Rutherford, and Oakville. Okay, let's look this up. Yeah, it looks like they have 6 bottles from different districts. That is so cool. The Rutherford Cabernet is from the historic Rutherford Ava. Its volcanic gravel and loam terroir give this wine its classic Rutherford dust profile, along with sweet, ripe tannins and notes of blackberry, cassis, Bing cherry, and dark chocolate. And then you have the Oakville Cabernet from select vineyards in the heart of Napa Valley. They also have different terroir and soils that give it different full-bodied ripeness and just different flavor profiles overall. And then lastly, with the Stag's Leap District, the tiny enclave was first planted in 1961. That's a fun fact. Stag's Leap District is best known for its unique volcanic soil of loam and clay. Okay, so this is pretty cool that they have combined these different districts into one package. I think for this reason alone, I feel like Kirkland could have gotten away with some nicer, like a wooden case or something else to really make it more presentable, because just by the labels, like if I hadn't zoomed in, I wouldn't have known that these are different districts, but it's still pretty cool looking. And for the price, yeah, this seems legit to me. I would add it to the cart. All right, so okay, we got some last ones here. Whoa, okay, these are definitely getting pricier. Luxurious gourmet 6-bottle wine trunk. Oh, you get a trunk? This is definitely not the kind of trunk that you can take on a plane though. Okay, just to give you an idea of like, wow, human size compared to a real human behind it. Thank you, model. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full-size bottles, and then literally all the snacks you can want. Like literally. Oh, it even has some perishable stuff. It has, are these, okay, classic breadsticks. Oh no. Oh yeah, is that salami? That kind of looks like salami. That's impressive. So this comes refrigerated of some kind. Yeah, because are these cold packs? Yeah. Oh yeah. You got wafers, you got crackers, more Godiva, Madeleines again. Ghirardelli this time. I love Ghirardelli chocolate. That's a lot of food. And it looks like it's a variety of different styles. That's good. I feel like if you're gonna buy something that has a lot of wine bottles, you'd want like one of everything or one of different things. You know, for the smaller ones, you just wanted to have 2 of the reds or like 2 Cabernet Sauvignons like in the Bordeaux vineyard, then that makes sense. But for something more of like 4 or 6 bottles, I think you want a variety. So it looks like this style trunk comes packed with 6 renowned wines, 2 exquisite Rydell wine glasses, including, and the wines are a Malbec. Okay, I've not had this Malbec before, but I would definitely be interested in trying it. Delicate aromas, and then you have Louis Chateau Chablis. Then you got Louis Jadot Chardonnay, versatile white with bright acidity to complement a range of food types. Then you got Toscana Reserva. I feel like this has to be a red blend. Black pepper, cloves, and ripe fruit on the nose. Yep. Graham 6 grapes port. Ooh, I love port. Port is a great after dinner wine, a dessert wine that you can have with a couple chocolates or just on its own. It's sweet, but depending on your palate, like in my opinion, I don't find port too sweet. So, I mean, if you really wanted to go all in and just ball out on a trunk and some unique wines that, to be honest, okay, there's a Mondavi wine. Recognize that vineyard. Oh, here's the Malbec. I don't recognize that label. Yeah, I only recognize the Robert Mondavi, but I mean, I feel like I wouldn't need all those snacks, but I would definitely want all those wine bottles. So if you really want to ball out, I'd say, why not? Oh my gosh, lastly, how did I miss this? Très magnifique. You can enjoy 12 half bottles of French rosé and white. Okay, these are so cute. So if you're definitely a lighter wine kind of person, this is the box for you. 12 half bottles of French rosé and white wine. Like, this is so fun. I feel like if I bought this for myself, I have some friends that love rosé and more specifically like French wine and just kind of French Parisian culture. They would love this as a gift. So what I would do is I would buy this and then I would split them up and just give them like as an individual gifts, or just wrap a couple bottles and put them in a bag. This is awesome. And you can see the tasting notes here, the whites, rosé. And as you know, I mean, France has a huge wine country region. So it's awesome that they're getting all these different regions all in one box. So again, to remind you, like I bought the Costco Wine Advent Calendar for $99 for 12 half-size bottles. And these are 12 French half-size bottles for $85. That's an awesome deal. If you live in California, I would totally get this. I totally would. Or just have a friend that live in California, ship it to them, and then you try to get it somehow. But these are awesome. Wow, like I didn't even know they would know this type of stuff there was available. This is great. I wish Costco would ship all these wine boxes and gifts outside of California. If you happen to find any of these gift boxes and crates in store, definitely let me know. So to show you more details about the wine bottles I bought when I was at Costco, here I mentioned earlier the Kirkland signature wines, and this is their Malbec that I got from them. This is their 2020. I think actually the first time I bought it was 2019. It has 92 James Suckling points, which is pretty great. And yeah, this is a Malbec from the Mendoza region. And while Malbec grapes originated from France, they found their way to Argentina. And this Mendoza region has now become really well known for this grape variety. And you'll see a lot of Malbec wine labels actually kind of showcase these kind of like mountain regions just because of the landscape, and I personally would love to visit there one day. Argentina's most acclaimed wine region for Malbec, Mendoza province, is in the foothills of the Andes Mountains. The grapes for this Kirkland signature Malbec are grown between 2,800 and 3,300 feet above sea level. Wow. That's awesome. This deep purple Malbec has intense fruit notes of plum and cherries and a long rounded finish. It displays a perfect balance of ripe fruit coupled with oak spice from 12 months of careful aging in French oak barrels. Crafted at the Broquel Winery in Mendoza, this Malbec was produced especially for Kirkland signature. There you go. The other bottle I got from the wine kind of section is Zuccardi Q. And actually, this is the only bottle that I saw. I actually had another bottle in my hand, and then when I saw this label, I was like, wait, I recognize this. So Zuccardi Q, this is actually, I forget, I'll have to look it up, but I once actually purchased wine from wine.com because I received a gift card for there once. I looked up the vineyard and I was talking actually to the wine expert. It was actually pretty helpful. And the wine expert told me, suggested me, I believe, a red wine from there. Yeah, I believe it was a Malbec because this vineyard is also from Mendoza, and they kind of label and name their wines like Zuccardi Q, just like with a big Q letter at the end. So this is their Cabernet Franc. I've not had this bottle before. I'm really excited to try it. Also not trying to pick by the label, but purple is my favorite color. So Zuccardi Q is sourced from carefully selected plots of vineyards located in Mendoza's most prestigious wine regions. The family's third generation continues to elaborate this Cabernet Franc with grapes from Paraje Altamira, which is 1,100 and 3,600 feet above sea level, and San Pablo, which is 1,400 and 4,590 feet above sea level. Wow, that's high. And this is in the Uco Valley, a unique spot by the Andes. And this wine is an intense purplish red color with aromas evoking herbs and fresh red fruits. Firm and elegant tannins in perfect harmony with its acidity. Uncork now. Whoa. Okay, take a look at this. Uncork now or cellar for 10 years or more. Whoa. Should I wait 10 years? I mean, this is from 2019. So should I wait until maybe 2029? Oh my gosh. I'll get back to this later. But lastly, I will call out that it has 95 James Suckling points. And then one last bottle that actually I was trying to find at Costco, but unfortunately was not there anymore, but maybe it'll come back. One wine that I definitely do recommend you try to find is the Chateau du Perry 2018 Malbec. This is the empty bottle because I wanted to keep it to remember the wine bottle next time I wanted to find it again at Costco. But I got this in November during my trip to Costco to find the Costco Wine Advent Calendar, and this Malbec caught my eye because, as you know, obviously kind of you can pick up by now, I really like Argentinian wines and Malbec specifically, and this was the first Malbec I've had from France, and by God, it was delicious. It was so good. 92 points according to wineenthusiast.com, and they're a credible source. And again, like the label didn't really stand out to me, just the fact that like I read Malbec and Chateau and I put two and two together that, oh, this is French, but I absolutely loved it. An elegant Malbec with floral aromas of violets, ripe black cherries, licorice, and well-integrated oak character. On the palate, the wine is deep and rich, perfectly balanced with delicately silky tannins, and actually imported through Dallas, Texas. So thank you, Texas, for bringing this wine to me. Anyone happens to find this label, this company, you should get it. And one last surprise in terms of bonus wines was at Trader Joe's this week, and I figured I would try their Trader Joe's exclusive sparkling wine product from France, a Blanc de Blancs. I'm assuming this might be just a traditional, blend of maybe Chardonnay, maybe Pinot Noir and like Meunier grapes, which is kind of what would go into a champagne, but this isn't exactly champagne because it's not made in Champagne, but it's still in France. So it must have some type of like white grape variety as such. But yeah, Blanc de Blancs is made in France exclusively from white grapes because of their delicate fruity character and refined lasting flavor. I recommend trying to find this also. And those are my wines. And those are my wines in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found some of this wine info useful and helpful. I'd love to get your picks on what kind of wines you guys find interesting at Costco. Like and subscribe for more. And thanks for watching. Salud!